Jai Hingham, Andy Brennan, Joe Knoll, Lewis Hall, Ryan Fitzsimmons, Ramatov Shanjola, Alex Salmon, Joe Guest, Mitch Cooper, Josh Bingham, Mark Ocheng, Danny Dixon, Nick Haggerty, Sean Timmins and Daniel Jones. DT38 Gaffer, Paul McNamee. Players for the game for DT38, Thomas Sorensen, Eden Arslan in goals. Jesse Macaronis, Jake Barker Daish, Fayed Ben Kalfella, Rashid Mahazi, Vinny Leah, Michael Zarafa, Theo Markellis, Antoni Topic, Kieran Stott, Rowan McNamee, Nicholas Skerry, Danny Milovanovic, Shane Recepi, Josh Wilkins and Alan Davidson. Coaches Frank Pizzo, Johnny Giordano and Dom Mazzio. The physios for today are Morris Luna, Liam Robinson and Joe Kukonis. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both teams. Please don't forget there'll be a raffle held at the end of the game upstairs. Tickets are available behind the bar. Get your chance to win some great prizes.
Hello and welcome to Valley Park in Broadmeadows for a very, very good cause. This is in honour of Danny Dixon, the Hume City player who has been diagnosed with testicular cancer, and he's done something incredible and very selfless, not wanting to draw attention to his own plight, but indeed raising awareness for others who might avoid it. And that's what today is in honour of. Testicular cancer awareness. All funds raised will go to the Dylan Tombides Foundation, the DT38 Foundation. And you've got a donation link there at the bottom of your screen. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can go to the comments and there's a GoFundMe in the pinned comment where you can donate and contribute to a wonderful cause. It's a charity match, an exhibition match today with stars of both football and indeed other codes. In the green and gold is the DT38-11, and in the red and white, the DD44-11. DT38 are kicking off with Ben Kalfala on the ball. You might notice that all of the players are indeed wearing the same numbers on their backs, so your commentary team here will be earning our stripes as we try and differentiate. But there's a lot of recognisable faces just as well. I'm Josh Parrish for FNR Football Nation Radio, and I'm joined by Lockie Flanagan. How are you, Lockie?
I'm excellent. I am excellent. It's a great day that we have of football here. Good to see people coming along to celebrate a great cause. And you know what the best part is? It's great to see Danny Dixon out there and play on the field. We saw him make his return to football this weekend. He played in the Cup, in the Australia Cup against Langwarrin, as we see a ball come over the top. And already, DT38 take an early lead, Josh Parrish. Makes sense of that one. Lucas Trenkovsky in goals. Caught out.
Well, I wasn't expecting we'd be off the mark so early, Lockie, but we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, goal to DT38, Theo Markellis!
And it is Hume hero Theo Markellis who gets us off and running on the score sheet.
Gets things away early, and as I was saying beforehand, Danny came back to competitive football in midweek against Langwarrin and then back into the league against Melbourne Knights on Friday. Just 2 weeks, Josh. 2 weeks after his course of chemotherapy. Great to see him out on the pitch and great to see that he's using what's been a difficult event for him in his life to such great effect and for such a great cause.
DT38 on top early on. Good challenge as they hope to carry it away. DD44.
To Joe Guest. It's Fahid Ben Kalfala picking up the ball at the base of midfield. Plenty of recognisable NPL Victoria faces today, Josh, in both sides.
He's given it away there. DD44 building up very neatly here. And there's a big chance on the square ball. Surely a goal. No, denied. Chris Oldfield with the save. My mistake. Looking at the wrong team here, Lockie. You'd be able to tell me as a City supporter which goalkeeper was making that save?
I was going crazy there. I was like, how can you not recognise the massive presence of Thomas Sorensen? Mate, that is not a bad save for a retired keeper. You know, in his 40s, and he won't mind me saying that. But down to his left, off the shot from Mitch Cooper, that was really excellent work. Winding back the clock, dare I say.
Well, he keeps fit, Thomas Sorensen. He's been known to do his lengthy bike rides around the country and raising money for plenty of things. So, and there we have the equaliser from DD44, and it looks like we're going to have a pretty high-scoring affair today. Already a goal apiece.
And a beautiful one at that from Mitch Cooper. Well, he was denied earlier, seconds ago, by Thomas Sorensen with a fine save. But there was nothing that the experienced keeper, the former Premier League keeper, could do about that one. That was a Premier League level strike from Mitch Cooper into the bottom left. And manager Harry Noon for today is a very happy man with that equaliser.
Paul McNamee coaching for DT38. And although he's not quite done on the pitch, Harry Noon today is the gaffer for DD44. There's a dangerous ball in here. And DT38 might be on again. They can't clear the danger. Eventually it's gathered.
That was Michael Zarafa, Pretty Boy Zarafa as he's known in boxing circles, who missed that chance before and hugged it out with Jake Barker-Daesh.
And look, here's Nick Hegarty running on the pitch, the Hume City gaffer. Winding back the years. Dual FV gold medalist.
Great to see him back in the playing strip. I'm so used to his very stylish approach on the touchline with his Hume City tracksuit. He goes for this interesting approach where he's got the top half of the tracksuit zipped up and the bottom half unzipped, and he puts his hands in his pockets. Looks very stylish always as he leads Hume City out on the touchline. So we see Fahid Ben Kalfala come through the middle. Nice exchange through the centre. There are options either side. He tries to slip it through for Kieran Stott. It's missed by Ocheng. Markellis back inside. The twist, the turn, the shot straight down the body of Lucas Trenkovski.
Well, looks like there's not much defending going on out there today, so we're likely to see a goal fest as that pass from Joe Guest goes astray.
It's the interesting equation, and if you're coming through watching the stream, be you on Facebook, Twitch, wherever else you may be, give us your predictions for how many goals you think are coming in this game. We've been playing 35-minute halves, but there is plenty of chance within that time frame for quite a few goals, I dare say.
Here's Markellis again. Fancies the shot from range, but it's straight at Lucas Trenkovski.
And that's without even mentioning that the game is being played at a cheerful canter, shall I say.
This is the kind of Sunday game that I would enjoy. You know, we've had a dusty one on Saturday night.
My favourite element of this, and you can pick it up on the effects mic, ladies and gentlemen, watching at home, is the ground announcer. I don't know who they are, clearly an associate of Hume City, just getting on the PA system there and calling out Theo Markellis for taking a shot that perhaps he shouldn't have.
Here's Vince Lear. Scored an absolute wonder goal last week for Altona Magic, so he's still got it in his locker. Now, Ben Kalfala. Leaves it behind. Thought he had a player in support. Joe Guest and then Mitch Cooper taking over. They're building well here. DD44, but Joe Guest would have been offside.
If you're wondering what that rumbling noise was, it was one of the coaches dropping the drinks cart over on the floor. wasn't an audio error or anything like that. It was just a genuine error. An error of coordination. It really is like a hodgepodge of Victorian footballing talent here. Everywhere you look on both teams, there's just a new player. There are quite a few boxes in the DT38 11 as we see Alex Salmon on the far side. It's the cut back to the edge of the box to Joe Guest. The calls are there to shoot. It's instead sent flat and hit across the face of goal by Joe Guest. A whisker away from finding the far corner.
I think there's too many haircuts on display that are similar today. Lockie, they were offering free haircuts. So I think some of the players might have gone and got a trim, and they're a little bit cookie cutter.
Well, of course, the interesting
thing... It's making our job difficult.
The thing here is you can understand it because we've got so many hairdressers just on the pitch at the moment. I mean, Lewis Hall cuts hair, Tav Sansioglu to fire it. That is as centre-back shot of a centre-back shot you'll ever see. And he puts the hands up, says, "Sub me, I'm clearly injured." We're not buying what Rama Tav Sansioglu is selling there, unfortunately.
Everyone wanted him to score, I think. That would have been great.
To be fair, it's very likely that he will still get a chance. But as I was saying, Lewis Hall's a hairdresser, Danny Dixon himself, and Harry Noon on the bench too. So this is a great place to come and get your haircut. There are qualified professionals everywhere you look. And
there'll be festivities going on until 5 p.m. today. So if you flicked on the stream you didn't know about today, just come on down.
You've got time.
Definitely got time.
I've been told rumours of a great feast to come at the full-time whistle.
I like the sound of that.
We know how good the canteen and the food setup is here at ABD.
Ben Calfala. Good bit of hustle from him. He tries to set his teammate away, but ball runs through to Trenkovsky, and Hegarty has a chance to reset. It's Joe Guest. Amazing to see one of the best players in the NPL strut his stuff here today, even if he's not going at full tilt. Here's Mahazi, former Melbourne Victory man, cult hero.
Have a look at that.
Current Melbourne Victory media man. And Theo Markel is furious with the offside call. Our ground announcer, if you didn't catch that, is announcing the VAR check on the offside, but we're back underway, so.
Catch the overlap here from Nick Hegarty. Oh, Andy Brennan tried to poke the ball through to him, but it wasn't able to come through. It's Jesse Macarunas who's on the ball now. Zarafa and the first-time touch. You really, I don't want to be disrespectful to any of the players that are, football is not their first love or not their first skill, and definitely not to someone like Michael Zarafa, who could probably put me in a world of hurt, but you can tell the difference sometimes between a few touches here and there, and after that errant ball forward, he comes off, and manager Paul McNamee lets him know all about it. In the meantime, the ball looking for Mitch Cooper. It's Shane Rexepi who's able to get there first. Always a cheery presence is Shane Rexepi. One of the only players in NPL Victoria who has asked to join the comms from the bench live in person. The offer, when you're not playing, Shane, is more than open to you.
Ooh, lovely bit of skill from Ocheng. And now we've got a chance on for Brennan, but the flag is up.
My favourite dynamic emerging early from this game, Josh, is how salty people are about the refereeing decisions in a charity game with reduced halves being played at half pace, and we're still annoyed about the offside calls and players like Andy Brennan being found offside.
That competitive fire never dies. Markellis. Size up a shot here. DT38. Try from range, it's blocked by Tav Sansioglu.
Barkadesh, Jake Barkadesh, of course, can hit them from distance. That one wasn't his best, but I think we'll see a lot of long shots and probably, I reckon we'll get some genuinely spectacular goals here. There are a few decent shooters on both sides.
Yeah, the real goal today, aside from our fundraising goal, of course, is the highlight reel. I don't think anyone's too concerned about the result. more about who can score the most
I look
spectacular
forward to
goals.
seeing this footage end up on Mitch Cooper, all goals, skills, and assists for season 2022 as we see the ball cut back to Brennan on the edge of the penalty box. And now it's Josh Bingham playing a deeper role than we're usually seeing him at this very venue.
He's hit the box now, and Ocheng floats the cross in for Bingham. Guest bringing it down.
Ooh.
Just wide.
Lovely swivel and turn from Joe Guest, who's been in fine form in the NPL Victoria this season. The 2019, is he the most recent gold medalist, if I'm not mistaken? Has there been one awarded since? I don't believe so. So we'll have to get up to the research team and get them to find out, but I'm pretty sure he's the incumbent gold medalist. And he's been in a purple patch this season and is continuing to show that on the pitch today. Ben Kaufler, the switching ball, deflects off Ocheng. Lewis Hall, very noticeable with the full body tats. Might have to get into a bit of tat watch today. There's a lot of players inked up. Dixon trying to get the 1-2. Ocheng provides an overlap. Just holding up on the edge of the penalty box, and now we see Alex Salmon. Mitch Cooper, the Vanuatu international, and you can't do that, linesman. Danny Dixon, yes, he's offside, but the game is about him. Let it go, surely. Not to make a Frozen reference, but let it go. Anyway, no complaints from anyone in particular. And play continues through Rex Epi. Lovely pivot through the middle of the park. Barker Daesh. Switching ball to Kieran Stott. He's provided quite a lot, actually, on the flank. Macaronis checking inside, shot deflected, and out for a corner.
You'd think the assistant referees would have been briefed before kickoff.
Of all the players you do that to, surely Daniel Dixon is not the player.
It's Barkadesh back to Rexepi. Floats it in for Kieran Stott. We've already got a comment on the stream predicting a Kieran Stott hat-trick. So we'll see if he can live up to that lofty billing.
Has he got his phone in his socks or something?
Bit of a lazy clearance from Hegarty. It's a chance for DT38. But Trenkovsky again spoiling the party. Dixon. Brennan. Finding Dixon again. Nice footwork from him. This is a good move here from DD44. But Thomas Sorensen out to smother.
Macaronis with the shoulder flick, collected easily in the middle of the park. Back with Macaronis. Well, after that opening flurry of back-to-back goals, Josh, we've had a bit of a lull. The shooting boots are yet to be fully laced up. Although here's one of the earlier goal scorers in Theo Markellis, crossing in, cleared away by Tafsan Sioglu. Try saying that one 3 times fast. And great defensive work from Nick Hegarty, doing his job. So too Josh Bingham. Oh, that's Jai Ingham, who's come off the bench. We've got rolling subs today, in case you're wondering at the change of pace of players on the field. This is actually really, genuinely very nice play at the moment from DD44, and the sliding challenge from Shane Rexheppy. Doesn't make any contact. Pushed wide to Cooper. The unorthodox control with the head there. Again with Cooper.
Lovely ball.
He wants a player in the penalty box. He won't get one. Hegarty was waiting for it behind, but the DT38 defense alert to the danger. Same. Jesse Macaronis coming through the middle of the park is looking in very good shape. Very, very fine shape indeed as DT38 work the ball wide, the clipping cross, and attack the back post.
Markellis with the volley.
Theo Markellis again. He is hungry. He is hungry. He's obviously no longer playing for Hume City. I believe he's I think he's retired. I'm pretty sure he's no longer.
On this form, Lockie, if he's not playing, someone will sign him up.
Well, and you can tell if he is not playing anymore, he's no longer playing at him. You can tell he's trying to make up for it with all the shots at the moment.
Ben Kalfala with the beautiful turn. He leaves 2 in the dust. Given away by Milovanovic. It's Cooper for Dixon. No flag against Danny Dixon this time. Step over. He's changing passes with Brennan, and he's offside again.
No, linesman.
You can't do that, Lino. Surely not.
Have a sense of theatre, Lino. Unbelievable. We were talking earlier about the players still reacting disproportionately to refereeing decisions before. We've become the very thing that we sought to destroy here in the commentary box.
Well, if you are just joining us, this match is in honour of Danny Dixon, and it's raising money for the DT38 Foundation, which was set up in the memory of Dylan Tombides, very promising Australian young player and an amazing human being who we lost all too early. All proceeds from today's game will go to the DT38 Foundation, and you can donate via the link in the banner below or in the pinned comment on Facebook. Mahazi. Feet of Macaronis. Tries the little loft over the defence, but Theo Markellis can't get there. Bench telling Danny Dixon he's not giving them enough.
That is classic Harry Noon behaviour, isn't it? He is always good for a joke and a laugh, and always has been an entertaining one in the NPL Victoria circles. Obviously, playing his trade with Northcote City these days.
Here is Dixon again. Goes past Rex Heppy with the step overs. Thomas Sorensen blocking at the near post.
I think Thomas Sorensen is maybe the only one on the field who doesn't know this is a charity game, because he is genuinely.
You need me in goal.
He is performing as well and as seriously as I've seen a goalkeeper do in some years. And I spent the weekend commentating NPL.
He's still got it. Oh, the nutmeg from Dixon.
Danny Dixon, stop
and the
that.
Travella cross. Cooper, Bingham lays it off. Will they finish it? Brennan, Bingham, blocked again and wide. Oh, that would have been glorious.
I'm telling you, Josh, this DD44 team, you can tell that a lot of them are teammates and active players because the quality, the actual tactical quality of the football is beautiful. And that was fantastic from Danny Dixon.
Lovely feint inside. Bingham trying to create space. Gets his pocket picked by Ben Kalfala. Here goes FBK striding through the centre of the park. He plays a nicely weighted through ball for Markellis. No flag.
Go on, Theo.
It's 3 versus 2. Surely they finish it here. It's Jesse Macaronis. And it's saved by Trenkovsky. And offside against Markellis. DD44 survive.
Theo Markellis is the key character of I know it's all about Danny and it's all about DT38, but if there is a side character to come out of all of this, it's got to be that man.
He's box office.
Bangladesh. Again, he's open on the far side. Will he get it? Oh, excellent defensive work from Tafsan Soglu. And you hear the yells of Rama. Excited to see him do his defensive work.
Can we start a chant from up here? Is that unprofessional?
I don't know. In the meantime, though, Danny Dixon marching forward. Will he go himself? He heads towards the byline. Sorensen completely missed it and past the far post. That goal so close to coming for Danny Dixon.
He's going to get there eventually. He has to score today, surely. Surely. Match in his honour. Remember that donation link is in the pinned comment on Facebook. And the URL is in the banner at the bottom of your screen.
And talking about the character and the showman nature of Harry Noon. Immediately after that miss to Danny Dixon, Harry Noon, his coach, is trying to bring him off, and he says, one more chance. You miss one more, and you're hooked. Which would be a real heel turn from Harry Noon, but anyway. Cross comes in. Barkadash trying the audacious.
That was almost Zizou-esque if he connected on that one.
We're gonna, Josh, I'm calling it now. We've had a lot of near misses, some skew whiff volleys. I mean, I'm still, Ramazan Tafsantsioglu is still thinking about his skew whiff volley earlier. We're gonna get a belter here.
Mark Ellis in again. The flag is up.
Like, it's happening. There's going to be plenty of near misses, and we're not shying away from that on the broadcast. But there is going to be one goal, at least, that is just going to be... It's going on Twitter.
Yep.
It's going out there.
Absolutely. I'm clipping up all the goals, Lucky. Peggotty behind. Dixon would have been offside. Brennan lurking.
So Vince Leah playing in the centre of defence at the moment. I'm going to say, can I say this? Vince Leah is like...
I don't know what you're about to say, Lucky.
He's quite a handsome man.
He's definitely got that...
Like the salt and pepper hair, I reckon he pulls it off perfectly. Like he's almost missed a calling as an Australian actor, I think.
Maybe that will be his second career after he finally finishes lacing up the boots at Altona Magic. Here is Barkadash. Weaving in between two players. Fancies the crack from distance, but it's wide. Who brought Timmins back on? That's the question that the players are asking.
Did he sneak onto the field? Are we going to have a head count here, Josh? That's what I'm trying to figure that out. In the meantime, though, Bingham in the centre circle. Not his favourite area of the pitch, admittedly. I think he'd prefer to be closer to the box. Good pick up from Dixon. Has the opening to fire from range and off the crossbar. Oh, he gets closer and closer every time, Danny Dixon, to getting that goal. And Harry Noon before said he had one more chance. Is that it? Are we going to see him hooked, or is he going to be allowed to continue on after that crossbar hit?
Keep the ball in play, fellas. We've got to make this right. It's Mitch Cooper. Lays it off. Ingham, the overlap. Back to Dixon. Not sure if that was a shot or a cross. Straight into the arms of Thomas Sorensen, regardless.
It's the one problem for DD44 is they are being sliced open in transition. The ball forward from Kaufala. Streaming down the left-hand side. There are options to cut it back to.
Ben Kaufala was at the top of the box. He was unmarked.
Peggotty. Mitch Cooper, he's got the referee and Rashid Mahazi for defensive company. Get out of the way, ref. You're in the way. Come on. Danny Dixon back on the ball. He's got plenty of red shirts ahead of him. Goes inside. Ingham and an excellent defensive intervention that time from Fahid Ben Kaufala. Again, you wouldn't know that he's a few years retired. Macaronis. Pushed wide. It's former Socceroo Alan Davidson now making his way onto the field and playing this ball forwards. Theo Markellis and Ramazan Tafsantsioglu. That's been a key battle today. Markellis has won out this time around. Macaronis. Back to Alan Davidson and Mitch Cooper clipping him from behind. You can't do that. He's a Socceroos legend. That is not appropriate at all. Anyway, DT38, they continue to come forward. The ball floated in. It's down for Markellis. Surely his second, and it is. Lashed home by Theo Markellis. And no flag. Theo Markellis, he's been a criticised player all game, and he struck once again.
2 goals for Theo. He is on fire today. He gives his side the advantage. Goes to the bench with a well-earned break.
Talk about that as a reward for effort. You score, you silence the critics, and you get pulled off by your coach. Football can be a cruel world sometimes, can't it? In the meantime, though, it's Rowan McNamee making his way onto the field. Rashid Mahazi coming off. Rowan McNamee no longer in his playing days. He was at Box Hill for quite some time. In fact, he is still at Box Hill, if I'm not mistaken. And also part of that business, Get Duck, the food ordering system that's tearing up Victorian football. And speaking of tearing things up, Mitch Cooper down the left and blocked out for a corner.
And I believe that's Nick Scary on at centre back as well.
Really is a who's who of Victorian football. We've got Mark Avellino down on the on the technical area getting the photos. And I'm not just bringing him up because he took a photo of me at the Green Gully game last week.
There you go. A few more shots for your Instagram, Lockie.
There's the secret. Is big up the cameraman within earshot, and that's how you get your free Instagram photos, fellas. Tip for the pros.
Almost a giveaway at the back for DD44. Jai Ingham in action last night for South Melbourne against the hapless Eastern Lions. They put 5 past them. See if that goal-scoring form can continue into today. It's Joe Guess. Has Hegarty on the overlap. Darts inside, Scary. Cooper in the area, and it's level again. 2-2. DD44, square it up.
Well, they weren't level for long. Well, they weren't ahead for long, DT38. It just seems we had a lull of goals for for a period of 10 to 15 minutes. And then every time the other side scores, every time DT38 score, DD44 think, I think I might like to do that myself. And instantly getting the equalizer. It's happened both times. We just need to start happening with a bit more regularity.
That's the secret. DD44 just need to concede more goals, and then they will indeed score more goals.
The secret is not score more goals than your opponent, but let your opponent score and then take it back.
Use that as motivation for the wake-up call. Stop. Little call on the nutmeg there, but I don't know if it counts if you don't get it on the other side.
It's interesting you bring that up. I was having this discussion recently with a fellow FE commentator, Ed Gooden. If you get the nutmeg, put it through the player's legs, dribbling, and you don't collect it on the other side, but your teammate does that count?
I think it counts.
I think it counts
if you retain possession, it's a team game. If you retain possession, I'm paying the nutmeg, but it's not quite as good as collecting it yourself.
It's not as impressive.
It doesn't feel quite as sweet.
No, definitely. I don't think it'll be the last attempted or completed nutmeg of the day. Even I think there's quite a few players who are capable of doing that sort of thing on the pitch.
Offside flag up against Stott. It was a good hit in the end, but a casual save for Trent Koski.
Of all the so far, and we are still, obviously in the first half of the game, coming towards the end, mind you, but I have to say, of all the footballers today, I think Kieran Stott has been the one who has stood out and been the most impressive. He's looked the least out of place.
Dixon. Great switch for Brennan. Needs some support. He's got the switch on for Bingham now. It's well judged as well. Numbers arriving a little late in the penalty area. Ingham. Cross swung in to an empty 6-yard box, and Rex Heppy has the simple task of chesting it back to Thomas Sorensen. Lee lets the ball run, now gets it back. And the offside flag up against Rowan McNamee. Brennan. Guest. Good ball out wide. And they've got numbers forward now. Dixon. Ingham latching onto the loose ball ahead of FBK, who read the back heel a mile away.
Alan Davidson on the ball. Oh, beautiful switch across the face. Alan Davidson winding back the ears. Stotts available on the left. Good holding up. Good defensive work there from Joe Guest. And I don't think I've ever said that sentence in NPL Victoria. No offense,
Come
Joe.
on. That's harsh.
I meant I've never said it, as in I've never. Not that it's never happened. I'm sure that Chris Taylor would do unspeakable things to Joe Guest if he didn't do his defensive due diligence now and again.
But in that area of the park, it's uncommon. That's for sure.
That is what I meant. Before Joe Guest comes and hunts me down.
He's definitely a forward presser. It's helping out at centre half, not usually his game. But all hands on deck today. It's Alan Davidson. Effortless touch from the former Socceroo. Good ball in behind, looking for Stott. Flag is down. Trenkowski got there, but chose to let it run.
Oh my goodness me.
The Rabona. But it doesn't come off.
You can't blame him. I don't blame him. I respect him for that. You've got to do that sort of thing in a game like this. I'm telling you, Josh, my case for him being the best non-football footballer here gathers pace, gathers strength. Andy Brennan, very sharp through the centre circle. Play along the flank, inside to Hegarty. Dixon is open on the far side, and FBK will get there first. Guest, still alive, missed by Ingham, and the ball, will Shane Rexhappy let it roll all the way out? Yes, he will.
Oh, not long left in the first half. I'm supposed to be playing 35 minutes, so we'll see how much time is added on.
Theo Markellis putting a water bottle in the bin over on the bench. I wonder if he's had a chance to watch his goals back just yet.
Wouldn't bet against it.
To be fair, they were pretty good goals, especially the second one. The way he lashed it across the face. Inside to Bingham. Ooh, little no-touch leave.
And that will be halftime here at Valley Park for this charity game featuring pretty much two NPL All-Star 11s of years past and present. It ends 2-2. Pretty fair reflection of the game so far. Or could DD44 have made some more of some of those chances?
I think DD44 have been the most polished side from a tactical perspective. But look, DT38 is showing their capabilities on the break, on the counter-attack. And Josh, we've flagged it all day. There's a banger coming in this game. There's more goals, so do stick around in the second half. And you know what? While you're sitting at home, getting your refreshments, maybe going to the bathroom during halftime, head over to that GoFundMe page, follow the link. In the comments, you can click on it or copy through the link that's up on the stream. And go and donate to this great cause.
Absolutely. This is the best time to donate while the action's paused. We'll take a break here at halftime and be back with more from the DT38 versus DD44 charity game. All funds going to the Dylan Tombides Foundation.
After the game, upstairs, so please get up there and grab some tickets. The DT38 Foundation and Danny Dixon would like to thank Ultra Football and 13 Developments for their donation of the football kits and warm-up tops that you see the teams playing in today.
Welcome back to the second 35 of live pictures here from the Valley Park Event Centre, where the Dylan Tombides 38 team are taking on DD 44, Danny Dixon 44, in this charity game to raise money for the DT 38 Foundation and for Danny Dixon, raising awareness for testicular cancer. And it will be DD 44 who get us back underway in this second half. If you just missed the opening 35, it is currently 2-2 here in Hume, and Theo Markellis, the standout player of the first half, grabbing himself a double. I'm Lockie Flanagan, and Josh Parrish will be joining me potentially as Danny Dixon is nearly through on goals, and it's a save that time around from Aaron Arslan. Thomas Sorensen was a standout performer in the first half, and he is currently playing second fiddle. But as I was saying, Josh Parrish soon to join us, and may well be joined by a few familiar faces amongst the benches, hoping to bring you some pitch-side interviews shortly. In the meantime, DT38 are on the ball, and it's Fahid Ben Kalfala, who hasn't looked out of place at all, poked forward, and is that Michael Zarafa? No, it was Jesse Macarunas coming through. Denied by the linesman on the far side, who has been in the thick of all the controversy in this game. The opposition linesman, or the linesman on the far side, I should say. He's made some very contentious indeed, offside calls, particularly against Danny Dixon, who is still yet to grab the goal that everyone so desperately wants to see him score. And I think this game will still have plenty of goals left to give. If you're just joining us and you haven't donated to the cause, of course, you can follow the GoFundMe link that is at the bottom of the screen, and it's in the comments section, and they're trying to pull together a nice move here, DT38. Not able to do so on that drive. It's Alex Salmon, who's currently unavailable for his normal team, Green Gully, through injury, and Guest will try from distance, and Joe Guest hugs it out with Danny Dixon. He knows that that wasn't his finest performance. And his teammates, talk about being sold short. They're screaming for Harry Noon, the coach today, to take off Joe Guest after that audacious and poorly executed effort. And I think Harry Noon completely missed it. In the meantime, Fahid Ben Kalfala, the no-touch turn, beautiful through the middle. Mahazi. Oh, Michael Zarafa, he's open on the far side. He's got to battle with Nick Hegarty, and it's the Hume City coach who wins out. Michael Zarafa, one of a raft of boxers we've got playing in this game today for the DT38 side. And keep your comments coming through if you're watching on the Facebook live stream. We've currently got a running tally to see who can guesstimate the amount of goals we'll have in this game. Currently on 4. And looking for another, Danny Dixon. The man of the moment on the edge of the penalty area. Brennan straight in to the body of Aaron Arslan. Davidson. Rashid Mahazi just turned his way out of a phone book. And speaking of which, oh my God, that was decimation from Fahid Ben Kalfala. He nearly completed the nutmeg and the maneuver to end all nutmegs and maneuvers. As the ball switched across. Wide, Nick Hegarty, the early delivery bouncing across the face. It's a lie for Brennan. Back out to Cooper. Ingham. The ball forward. Guest waiting in the penalty area. Salmon, it's away from him and out for a corner. And we're going to bring to you, we flagged them earlier, one of these sideline chats, and Josh Parrish is ready and waiting down on the touchline. And he's here with a very special guest. Take it away, Josh.
I've got Josh Bingham here with me, mate. What a day, what a lineup on display.
Yeah, great event. Got the who's who of football in Melbourne out here, so great to see the turnout and have a bit of fun out there.
What's the team been like around Danny this season? I mean, it seems like everyone's really come together.
Yeah, I mean, he's a huge player for our club. Obviously, devastating news earlier in the season, but you know, he's in high spirits. Everyone's getting around him and doing what they can to help. And I think today just shows, you know, how important he is to you know, not only our team but just the NPL in general, and everyone coming together to support him. I think it's brilliant.
A few times today, rattled the crossbar. I heard your manager for the day, Harry Noon, saying he was going to drag him if he missed another chance. Is he going to get on the score sheet? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, I think he will. He had a good cameo against Knights the other night as well. He came on, looked dangerous, so he's not far off being his best, I think.
Absolutely. Well, I just want your assessment now on your team. Who's been the most surprising good performer, and who's just nailing it in?
I'm going to say not the best
chance here to score. We'll cut back to the commentary.
We've got Danny Dixon on the edge of the box. Oh, he tried to play it across to Andy Brennan. And Harry Noon again is being urged to substitute him.
Yeah, I'm off.
Best and worst performance, Bingham. Oh, he's gone. He's run away from me. All right, we'll get a few more interviews coming later on in the half.
Thanks very much. Excellent sideline work coming through that time from Josh Bingham, who runs off. We thought it might have been to get himself substituted onto the field, but no, just to avoid the interview. Poor Josh Parrish. More shots. The order of the day for both teams. It's Michael Zarafa coming forward, has the ball cut out. In fact, it was Jesse Macarunas. Really, the touch should be a dead giveaway. Switching ball, controlled well with the chest. That time by Alex Salmon, who feels the chest. Maybe that touch took a little bit of wind out of him. Macarunas to Barkadesh. It's Alan Davidson on the ball. I've got to say, Alan Davidson has been very sharp. You would not know that his playing career was long removed from the present day, because all his little touches, he's still got that quality as I welcome back Josh Parrish into the commentary box.
He certainly does. I mean, and you'd expect that from a guy who almost signed for Bayern Munich back in the day. It was really only the visa rules that prevented him from getting a contract. And he played for Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest. And he's through here, Davidson.
The commentator's curse.
Yes, indeed.
It does not discriminate.
Here's Hegarty. Now, Jai Ingham.
Jai Ingham.
Oh dear.
You can't be doing that. Michael Zarafa has pushed the ball wide for Barkadesh, and getting there first was the DD44 defence. Guest. Danny Dixon is in behind here, and it's a good interception. And I don't know what more we have to do to get him his goal. I don't think we can do much from the commentary box, but anything I can do to help, I will do it. I will do it.
That's a lovely ball. Looking for Zarafa again. Can't quite find him. DT38. And Nick Hegarty looks like he could step back into an NPL starting lineup tomorrow and you wouldn't notice the difference.
He really does.
This guy is in such good shape. And he's a coach. That's a good ball from Ryan Fitzsimmons, but Ingham is just offside. And Dane Milovanovic celebrates the linesman's call like it's a goal.
Good to see Harry Noon go up to the linesman on the near side, who is within definite touching distance, and just wag the finger and say, I'm not sure about that one. In the meantime, Dixon out to Ingham. Haven't seen too much from Jai Ingham today. He's got plenty to give, though, that's for sure, as Lewis Hall makes his way onto the field. Brennan. He's got a South teammate nearby in Ingham. Instead, he goes for a Hume man. Now back to Hall. Guest. His patient play on the edge of the penalty box. Here we go. Nick Hegarty, what can he deliver from distance? Oh, nothing is the answer for now. Still they come forward. In fact, they've turned it straight over. Barkadesh back on the ball. Rashid Mahazi, I don't know whether that was an intentional or unintentional air swing. If it was intentional, very cool.
I'm pretty sure it was an intentional feint.
That was a boss level stuff
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
Rashid Mahazi.
Haggerty. Space for the cross. Ben
Oh my
Kalfala
God.
in the way. He's
What is FBK doing? Like does this man know where he's played, what he's done in his career? Alan Davidson goes flying in there. Wow. FBK, he doesn't need to do that defensive work, but still, he is playing like the fittest and youngest and most hungry and energetic player out there, which is not what we saw from Alan Davidson. He saw the ball come to me. Really? Really?
Barkadash, lovely back heel. Davidson to Zarafa. He waits for support. Nane Milanovic is wrong-footed by that one. Milovanovic, I should say. Ingham combining with Haggerty. In a bit of space now, Jai Ingham. Got numbers on the edge of the penalty area, but Ben Kalfala again reads them like an open book. He's been outstanding defensively. Again, not something you'd expect from FBK. He's running the show out there.
Like I said, what is he doing? He has no need or right to be doing the defensive work that he is. He is making other players who are current NPL players look half-assed out there.
Here's Davidson. As Barkadash up against Cooper. He goes for the early shot. But Trenkovsky saves comfortably. That's a good bit of distribution from Lucas Trenkovsky. And there goes the flag against Jai Ingham. And it seems as if the Lino's just playing with him now. As the play doesn't even restart. We're just playing on.
I wish more games of football.
Yeah.
I wish more offside calls were like, just keep the ball rolling. Oh, excellent lead from Macaronis. Now Barkadash in some space on the left. He's got Tavsan Sioglu to attack. Driving towards the byline. Zarafa is there. It's still alive for Macaronis. Can he find the finish? Oh, through a body.
Oh, and he's
through
been
a
bagged.
bunch of red bodies. And Nick Haggerty says, pack your bags, Jesse Macaronis. Head home. You've just been ended by a coach.
I think I should add that to the scoreboard.
The nutmeg counter.
Yep.
We really do need
We
to
need
bring up
an extra bit of info on our stat sheet.
all the important stats coming through.
Here's Brennan for DD44. Ben Kalfala, the wall, as they definitely didn't call him as his playing days.
Josh, look at the technical area for the DT38 team.
There is a quintuple sub being prepared. Shane Rexefi reckons he's coming on to win it. Macaronis calling for the change. Ball still in play.
Big fan of Shane Rexefi pointing to the shirt, the name on the back of the shirt, despite the fact that every name on the back of the shirt for the team is the same. Big fan of that. It's not about him, it's about DT38.
Yeah, exactly.
Great
That's
point.
actually the equivalent of pointing to the badge, if you think about it. Seppi, lovely ball for Wilkins. Cuts it across, but Rama Tavsan Sioglu, the evergreen Rama in the way.
You know what they say, Josh. You play for the name on the front, or the badge on the front, and they'll remember the name that every player has on the back.
Mahazi, fancy footwork. I think he was just sidestepping the ref, though.
I've got to say, that ref has put himself in some dangerous positions a few times in this game. I'm worried that he's going to get collected. I mean, we've got some players who, in the realms of defensive dark arts, are capable of doing some damage. I'm telling the ref, keep yourself safe.
Oh, the pass from Trenkovsky picked off by Guest. Now Ingham carrying the ball wider than anticipated. Guest with the outside of the boots. Bingham at the back stick to keep this one alive. Cross has eluded Bingham. Guest again. Sliding challenge from McNamee. Guest from the angle, and it's tipped over and out for a corner.
It was a clean tackle. We haven't really seen much or any in the way of slide tackles today, but there we go.
Have a corner here for DD44. Haggerty's cross is headed away by Rexepi. Ingham. Out to Andy Brennan. Cooper. Mahazi. Taking his time. Mark Ellis wants it early. Scorer of 2 goals today on a hat-trick, of course. See why he wants the ball as soon as possible. Another change being prepared.
Kieran Stott, who's getting ready to come on. One of the boxing brigade.
There's Lewis Hall. Hotchen. Bingham wants the switch. Thought about it for Haggerty, and he's gone short. Now Joe Guest. Haggerty gets it worked across to him eventually, and the Linos flag is up. Not sure about that one.
Harry Noon nearly launched the coach's clipboard onto the field there. So incensed was he by that decision.
Harry Noon showed me his tactics board before. It's got 44 written all over it, so I couldn't make sense of it, but I'm sure it makes sense to him. Bit of wrestling going on between Haggerty and Mahazi. Play goes on. Mark Ellis. Barkadesh trying the spectacular volley, but it's blocked by Rama.
And a big bear hug from Ramazan Tafsensu. And a little butt slap as well on the teammate. Good to see that despite the different coloured shirts they could get on.
Haggerty.
Oh, no.
Tries the long-range chip.
Oh, Nick. Come on. To be fair, it was a better attempted chip from distance than Joe Guest's effort right at the start of the half.
Just realised I've been misidentifying DT38's goalkeeper. My apologies for Aaron Aslan.
Oh, that is a contentious call. And you would have picked that expletive up on the effects mic. That says it all from Kieran Stott. The boxer, the reality TV star, the man of many hats. And not bad at football as well, Josh, from what we've seen so far.
He's running out of real estate for the tattoos, though. Head
We
to
should,
toe.
Have a chat to Alessandro Diamanti or Lewis Hall. I'm sure they both know a thing or two about that sort of problem. Well, I think Lewis Hall is just top half. I'm not sure about the rest. I don't think I want to know.
Haven't inquired.
Frankly, I don't want to know.
Guest. Looks for Ingham.
Oh dear.
Defensive work, but not so flash once he won the ball. I believe that was Anthony Topic.
Oh no. Josh, I've just overheard something that concerns me greatly. Which is Harry Noon suggesting that in the last 5 minutes, every player will run onto the field. That is going to be an absolute nightmare for us.
Pitch invasion.
It'll be enjoyable for the viewers, not for the people trying to identify the players to the viewers.
Wilkins. FBK playing centre
Plays
half.
so deep.
He's striding forward with the ball out of defence.
I am in awe of this performance from FBK. Honestly, NPL Victoria clubs, I know he said that his playing days are through. But if I'm a coach watching on this stream or a club official somewhere, state leagues, NPL, doesn't matter where, I would be seriously thinking about giving FBK's number a buzz. It's been incredible.
He has torn it up. I believe he's a coach at Nina Wadding now.
Indeed he is.
So I think he should be tempted to lace up the boots
I
again.
for one am motioning that he adds a slash after coach and adds player. Or player
absolutely.
coach. That rolls off the tongue a bit better. Nice play from DD44. It's Cooper with Dixon making the dummy run, clearing the space ahead. It's a cross for Ingham. He'll open up and fire with the right boot, and there we go. There you have it. We spoke about it all day, Josh. There was a banger coming, and it was Jai Ingham who delivered said banger.
What a hit from Jai Ingham. Great lead-up work from Mitch Cooper. played the unselfish option square when he might have had a go himself, and Jai Ingham did the rest. Top bins, top finish. 3-2 to DD44.
And that is exactly what I was saying before in the build-up, Josh. The play, the actual quality of the play down the right flank from DD44. It was brilliant. It was absolutely outstanding. The combination play, the dummy run from Dixon, the dribble from Cooper, and the finish from Jai Ingham. It was sublime. It was absolutely sublime. And I think Josh is going to make his way down to grab a little chat with hopefully the scorer of that spectacular goal, Jai Ingham. We'll bring that up when it's available. In the meantime, DT38 losing out that time. Guest to Hegarty.
Yeah, if he scores a goal like that, he has to.
And you can hear Josh Parrish saying if he scores a goal like that, he's got to have a chat. Jai Ingham about to join us. In the meantime, though, Bingham across to Ocheng. Dixon forward to Guest. Back with Dixon. Patient play on the edge of the box. Ocheng being held up by Rashid Mahazi, and that was in danger of becoming a wrestling match. And that was almost anti-football, and I think with that we're going to step away from the football and onto the sideline where Josh Parrish and Jai Ingham, the goal scorer, is ready and waiting to go.
You said it, Lockie. I'm here with South Melbourne's Jai Ingham, who's just scored the goal of the day and been subbed immediately by his manager for showboating. How does that feel?
Yeah, look, no, it's a great cause to get everyone down here, you know, and playing against some of the old boys like Rashid and Fahid and Jesse Macaronis. It's great.
Seems like everybody knows each other out there.
Yeah, look, you know, the football community in Victoria, you know, everyone plays NPL, everyone knows each other. You go out, you see everyone around, so, you know, after the game, everyone's mates, so it's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're all going to have a big feed in the club rooms after.
Yeah, for sure.
What did you make of the studs up producer from Alan Davidson? He's still got that competitive
Yeah,
fire in him
for
after
sure.
all these years?
No, yeah, not just him, but Fahid as well. You know, everyone's out there to win, so it's it's a great cause, and we're all here for Danny and getting behind it and the DT Foundation, so it's great.
Well, take us through your goal, mate. You're
Oh.
setting up from outside the box. Nice
No,
work
look.
from Mitch Cooper to set you up. And,
Yeah, for sure.
Lovely hit.
Yeah, look, it's just come off the shin, and you know, it's gone in the top corner, so that's just how it goes.
Well, modest as always. Jai Ingham, thanks for joining
Thank
me.
you very much.
Back to you, Lockie.
Brilliant work on the sideline and excellent work earlier from Jai Ingham to grab that goal, and he struts his way right off the interview. How about that? That is the kind of day we're having here. Jai Ingham coming right off the pitch side interview and straight back onto the pitch and doing his defensive work as Kieran Stott, the lovely rolling touch and turn, didn't get through, denied by Tafsan Sioglu. And it's a good thing that this match is streamed, and credit to DT38, DD44 and Nick Hegarty for organising it and allowing us to be here. And a good thing it is recorded, because Jai Ingham will be able to add that one to the end of season highlight reel. And to be fair, he's already scored some excellent goals in the campaign.
And here he is again.
He's back on the ball. It's cut across. Nick Hegarty, the golden chance. Nick Hegarty grabs the goal that he's been wanting all day. And the coach, who's looked every bit the player that he once was today, adds to his long tally.
Wow, what a finish that was. Jai Ingham fresh from his pitch side interview. Spurred on, perhaps, by my words of encouragement. I don't know, I might take credit for that. Galloping down the flank, and the narrowest of angles, but that didn't matter for the sweet left peg of Nick Hegarty. Finds the bottom corner, 4-2.
My word. That is a sign of what a great day it is we're having out here. It is so much fun for everyone involved at the moment. And nothing says fun like a player coming from their pitch side interview, immediately going onto the field and getting an assist. You cannot find that in any other game in the world, any other competition.
It's so good.
The A-Leagues could never.
Here's Nick Sherry with the cross to the back stick. Wilkins asked a bit much of the usually very speedy fullback. Markellis.
Just remembered, Theo Markellis is on a hat-trick. Surely he's grabbing that. Of course, DD44 are 4-2 ahead now, and they may add to that tally.
A few more current players on the DD44 team. I think their fitness is giving them a bit of an edge in this half.
It's a good point. Ingham, the overlap pass from Guest across to Bingham, and he misses the header, completely spoons it.
Well, you'd usually put your house on Josh Bingham, one of the MPL's top marksmen, scoring from there. Lovely ball from Lewis Hall. Ingham. Guest. Has it nicked off his toes by Fahid Ben Khalfallah. How many times have we called his name today? Very tidy work from the former Melbourne victory medalist.
I don't know if they're handing out medals for player of the match at full time, but despite being on the losing side, FBK is there as Sherry, chest down, Trenkovsky advanced off his line and he tried to outwit the keeper at the near post, but the shot in the end was offline.
It's actually taken a little nick off Trenkovsky's boot there, I believe, and it's behind for a corner instead. Sherry will take it short for Josh Wilkins. Up for Rexepi. They let it run and behind. Well, let us know in the Facebook Live comments if you're enjoying today's festivities and if you've donated yet to the GoFundMe. All proceeds will go to the DT38 Foundation. You can find a link in the pinned comment or just follow the URL at the bottom of your screen. It's been our pleasure to bring you this very fun day out on FNR Football Nation Radio. On behalf of Danny Dixon, his great community that's rallied around him, and of course DT38. And here he is, Danny Dixon. Just couldn't reach Ingham with the through ball. Dane Milovanovic in the way. Now with Sherry. Now Rexepi. Looks up, looking for Markellis. Ocheng gets there first. He's got a 2v1 here. Mark Ocheng. Stuck in the corner. Going nowhere fast, tries the juggling skill. Can't quite beat the two defenders converging on him. And Markellis flops to the ground and wins the free kick. Buys it off the referee, if you don't mind.
The shove there, and we've got Biffo. Ramatav Sansioglu's going for the pin. He wants that ECW title off Theo Markellis.
Markellis involved. Tav Sansioglu involved. Don't make headlines, boys.
That was so close to making headlines, and that shows the dating of my WWE references that I'm bringing up the ECW title. Anyway, Wrestling Twitter are going to destroy me for this.
I wouldn't have the knowledge base to even make fun of you. Here's Markellis looking for the hat trick.
Oh, the diving header from Rama.
And the acrobatic volley. Dane Milovanovic. Not quite.
Hegarty. It's out to him. What a brilliant score or goal he scored before, and that was nearly a brilliant ball forward. Oh, Arslan is in trouble here and is able to work around from Guest.
And he's on an adventure here.
Oh, the keeper.
Keep going, son.
Keep going.
Keep going, son. Score a goal yourself, mate.
I feel like I'm going to start calling a horse race. We've got Arslan coming down the left-hand side, moving through the middle. Is Josh Wilkins the ball inside? I'm going to stop doing it now. Stott from range. Oh.
Would have been the most spectacular of goals with some excellent lead-up work from Aaron Arslan.
I feel like a ridiculous goal would have been a fitting end to what was easily the most harebrained play of the day.
Markellis sets up Wilkins. And it's straight at the goalkeeper, but it's still alive for Markellis, who wants the penalty. He'll get it. And surely it's a chance for a Theo Markellis hat-trick.
Oh, and the ref He's absolutely bought what Theo Markellis was selling, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The fact that Josh Wilkins celebrated with both fists the penalty decision shows you how good of a moment that is. And it's Theo Markellis who scored 2. He's been one of the key figures today in a more villainous sense in some respects, and now he gets set to strike from the 12-yard line.
Oh,
no.
He's given it
Oh,
up.
no.
Surely
Theo.
not. Surely
oh, my
not.
God. The measure
Theo.
of the man.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock that he's not taking this penalty.
My God. I cannot believe what we've just seen.
Nicholas Sherry to give his side a lifeline in this one. And it's saved!
My word.
Trankowski denies him. And Theo Markellis must be sick to his stomach that he's given that one up.
And in the meantime, Olympico alert coming through as it's completed over the top by Danny Dixon. What a save from Trankowski. Wilkins, Sherry, he's just had his penalty saved. He'll get another chance. And Nick Sherry, well, he was denied from 12 yards by Lucas Trankowski, and he's more than made up for it with that fine finish into the bottom right.
4-3 now the score. DD44 still with the advantage, but we're set for
a grandstand
a
finish.
real grandstand
And
finish.
Shane Rexheppy marching up to the halfway line with the ball. He wants to get play back underway. They're back in with a sniff, Paul McNamee's men. Honestly, he will be the first to admit, Nick, that he let himself down with the penalty opportunity. To be fair, it was a brilliant save from Lucas Trankowski. But he made up for it. He atoned for his previous error. But what a save that was from Lucas Trankowski.
It was a brilliant stop.
It is honestly, watching him this season, with the exception of maybe one game that I won't mention, he has looked beyond.
Well, you just have.
Well beyond. I didn't say which game.
Okay.
He has looked well beyond his 17 years of age. It's hard to believe. And it's hard to believe that Nick Hegarty is bearing down on goal with a potential opportunity. Apologies for the savagery, Nick. Thank you for inviting us.
Well, he's already scored 1, so. Here's Dixon. For Rama. Bingham. Inside his own half. No flag against Josh Bingham. And now it's a chance for Danny Dixon. Surely he was denied by the crossbar in the first half.
Don't do it, Shane.
He squared it for Guests. Off the crossbar again. And this one stays alive at 4-3.
Can I just say, the sound of that shot coming off the crossbar, I could listen to that on an infinite loop.
Now Hegarty with the space to cross. 3 arriving in the penalty area. It's Josh Bingham off the post again.
Double posts.
They must be magnetic.
Back-to-back posts. Oh, my God.
I can't believe it.
This game has delivered for drama in spades, and it's still alive. There may well be another twist in the tail. Checking inside. Across this time for Markellis, who's just got it lost under his feet. And DD44's defense can march away as Lewis Hall taking an advanced position. This game, it's got more to give, Josh. It has got more to give.
We've seen everything today. Jai Hingham complaining to Harry Noon.
I thought that whistle there from the referee, I thought he was blowing for full time. And I won't lie to you, Josh, I was genuinely sad that this game was about to end because what a great day it's been for such a great cause as well.
I want extra time, Lockie. I want DT38 to score so we can keep this one going. Surely a penalty shootout.
I think we need to return to the golden goal.
Oh.
Next goal wins type scenario. Although next goal may equalise. Stott trying to poke through to Sherry and Rama, no nonsense, pumped away only as far as Leah.
It's off the head of Josh Bingham, but play goes on. It's Rexheppy. Delicate chip. Wilkins is in there.
Oh.
So close to the equaliser. Josh Wilkins. He can't believe it.
Well, that's going for a corner. Lucas Trankowski again has stood up. He got a hand to that, absolutely.
It's been taken quickly for Ben Kalfala. FBK sizing up his options in the area. Trankowski's punch. Mike Ellis was lurking.
Vince
and now
Leah.
the Olympico. Joe Guest flicking it over the head of Vince Leah.
4-on-2.
It's 4-on-2 here. Machine Mahazi bypassed Danny Dixon. 2 centrally. Dixon goes himself. Danny Dixon, it's saved. So close. So close. And no hard feelings at all that he didn't square that one. Not today.
If I have to shift the goalposts for Danny Dixon, in a literal and figurative sense, I will shift the goalposts for that man. In the meantime, Fahid Ben Kalfala, Trenkovsky is off his line and does enough to ward him away for now.
The delicate dink. It was Macaronis, who just couldn't quite get the height on his leap.
Speaking of... Ooh.
Now Markellis getting Hegarty into trouble, but it's a goal kick.
I was just about to praise Nick Hegarty for his delicacy in trying to work that way out of the penalty box. Didn't happen in the end. Didn't get the clearance he was hoping for. All he got was a big cuddle from Theo Markellis. probably not the the first and probably not the last cuddle he's received from Theo Markellis.
He'd be a good cuddler, I think, Theo Markellis.
Not responding to that.
You know, he's a teddy bear. Look at him.
Oh, well, and you know he'd care because he's unselfish. We've seen that today. He had the chance.
That's true.
From the penalty spot to get his hat trick, and he gave it off to Nick Sherry, who, in fairness, absolutely burned him. But we won't get into that.
Okay. Well, he did score moments later to redeem himself.
It's a good point.
So, you know, I think the ledger has been squared in that regard.
Tell you what, Josh, dead ball opportunity on the edge of the penalty box. I would love to see Fahid Ben Kalfala bang this one in.
Not that we're biased, we just want more of this game.
With the exception of Danny Dixon, I don't think anyone deserves a goal more than FBK. And he lines up and it's straight into the grateful hands of Lucas Trenkovsky. And that'll be the final action here at the Valley Park Event Centre. DD44 emerging victorious 4-3 over DT38. But really, Josh, the real winner is football. The real winner is the cause that we're here for today.
Absolutely it is. And if you haven't donated yet, please look at that link in the pinned comment on Facebook or go to that URL, gofund.me/F40C094E for the GoFundMe that's sending all proceeds to the DT38 Foundation that does incredible work raising awareness for testicular cancer. And Lockie, I think I'm going to have to track down the man of the hour. I think we're going to have to get Danny Dixon for a post-match interview, see if he's willing to chat.
We might have to both track him.
How are you, mate?
Good, thanks. Danny, nice to meet you.
We're doing an interview.
Yeah,
Oh.
just a small one.
That's all good.
Thanks for making the time.
No, that's all good. Thanks for coming down.
Enjoyed yourself out there?
Yeah, it was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't know what to think of it at the beginning. I thought, see what happens, but
Sure. Okie dokie. Well, we're here with the man of the day, the man of the moment, none other than Danny Dixon. Danny, didn't grab your goal today, but you did have a great time out. Take us through the day.
no, it's been so far. It's been a good day. Obviously, it's just good to get everyone down, really. Not just football people, but everyone, boxers and tennis people, whatever. It's good just to get everyone aware, and that's what it's all about. Just like a family day down here, and yeah, just make everyone aware of the situation and the foundation, DT38 Foundation, who are doing a great job. So yeah, it's just all for them, really.
And I understand they've been a massive help with you as well, taking you through your journey. To see everyone out there, the people in the stands, the people watching on the stream, your teammates, take us through and tell us a little bit about what it means to see that all come together.
Oh, it means so much just to show how many people care, and yeah, everything. It's just everyone's been amazing, from like the foundation to family, friends, even strangers that are coming up to you just saying well done and everything. It's amazing. People donating. It's unbelievable to see how many people have donated, and obviously we've got the raffle going on today, so that's another good thing. People getting involved in the day and stuff, and people coming down and showing the support. So yeah, it's amazing. Can't thank them enough.
And Danny, the story going around the traps is that you had chemotherapy 2 weeks ago and you're already back on the pitch playing football. Tell us a little bit about how the journey's been and how it's been for you to come back to football, how that all feels.
Yeah, I think just for myself, like going through the chemo, and you feel like crap when you're going through it, to be honest. But the quicker you get your life back to normal, for me, the better, and that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be sat at home just thinking like, oh, I wish I was at work, wish I was playing, wish I was out and about. So I thought, as soon as it's finished, I'm just going to get out and about and do what I can do. And yeah, I was back to work the following week after it, and yeah, started running that week. And on Tuesday, just gone, played 45 minutes. So yeah, it was good. So now body's feeling good. So I'm just trying to get my life back to normal, really. Yeah.
Well, it's great to see, Danny, and we're so pleased to see you back out on the pitch and doing the great work that you've done. I'm going to leave you with the final word on the broadcast. I'm going to leave the camera to you if you want to just deliver a final message to everyone who's watching on.
Just want to say thank you to everyone who's watching from home, who's come today, who's donated, been part of it, even just sent me a message. I appreciate it so much. I thank you all.
That says it all. Danny, thank you so much for your time, and
Cheers,
we
mate.
really do wish you all the best. It's great to see you back out there.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thanks, guys.
The man, the myth, the
Really
legend,
appreciate it.
Danny Dixon. Thanks very much for joining us, guys.
Thanks, Danny. Cheers, mate. Thank you.